and therefore they are equally. Yes, so that is what I meant when I say it's a contractual situation. But it isn't like I go to market today and cook. Tomorrow, the woman, you go to the market and
based on what you have signed on the paper.
Yes, even though this also varies from one culture to another culture, because what I saw in the Arab world, in the Arab world, Arabs, you see old men going to market, carrying baskets to go to market and shopping and come home. The woman is always at home. She never leave at home. Whereas in our culture, it is the woman that goes to the market and do the shopping. You understand? So it varies from one culture to another culture. But whatever the case is, the obligations must be clearly defined, and each one of them is equally obliged to perform his or her obligation.
There, viewers, of course, the program is a phone-in program where you can call and ask questions pertaining to what we are discussing today. We'll now go for our first break. Inshallah, when we come again, we'll open the lines for you to be able to call and ask questions. We'll now take this break.
الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. Welcome once again to our Iqra program. Now we'll open the lines for you to be able to ask your questions. For those of you outside the country, the number you can call is 00220-437-3910. 437-3910, and for those of you inside the country, just 437-3910. Now we take our first caller, who is on the line, Doctor. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah.
Membe nafulo la limited.
Nafulo la limit.
Ustaz la furo la limited le baramang ala amam on glass and glass.
Okay. Abaraka bake.
Ya bari funum ko 15,000 dinar. Obe kelen tembe ko do ni memba le balo ni ngadi.
Abaraka bake.
Aha. To nyala ngami fanko ala maximum nyingole mo salasu akafoko dalasi saba bare nyin dalasi nying amanke na gambien dalasi ti salasa dirham dalasi saba nyingole mo 3% of 14,875 because bawo nyine muni saboti jekola kola 14,875 wala muni saboti bare nyinna nying muna mala ala 3%. Comme nia tala sinya keme, sinya keme, 14,875. Nia tala si keme, o sidula keme. Yes, ni sidula kemo be yes saba ta kono. Bondi jellem. Bari I can assure you, about 500 and $1,000 between 500, about $500. Or 250 to $300, roughly. Because nun to nung ikafon ko nienta trans wala mo dalasina in tala bari den yalang dalasinin ala sembo tala telesan ala sembo tala so dalasina ni asikano amang kanyang koteke so wala around 350, 250, 300, 350. Wo ma fango wo wole be kwelele. But ni coming ngafu abubakar nyami ni mathematics long riyadiyat. 3% of 200 dirham wole mo 3% of 14,875. Wallahu alam.
Okay, you can say that in English for the
okay. I said, the minimum. He's asking the minimum, and I said, as I said, there is no limit as far as the maximum is concerned. But the minimum is the 3% of the taxable amount when it comes to zakat. And the taxable amount in the paper money, the original paper money, it used to be 200 dirham. And 200 dirham today, the way we calculate it, is equivalent to 14,875. So the 3% of this, 3% of 14,875 is the minimum.
Okay.
Allah.
Okay. Doctor, now we spoke on some of the conditions of marriage. But before going into marriage, you cannot discuss marriage in detail without touching on choosing the best couple.
Yeah.
Partners in marriage.
Yeah.
Now, before going into that question, I think we have a caller. We take that question. Assalamu alaikum, caller. We missed that one.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
There's this famous hadith of the Prophet of Islam that normally people, when they go into marriage, they consider 4 different qualities or conditions. Sometimes they consider the beauty.
We take this caller, doctor. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Bismillah.
Man Suleiman Jai Kefirin.
Bismillah.
Mane. Ci affaire sey la bëggoon a laaj.
Waaw.
Dama de gis ñoo xam ne dañ dee am ñaari doom ba ñetti doom ñu soog a takkat.
Ok.
Loolu lan la ci islam ci façon boobu laa bëggoon a laaj ngeen leeral ko bu baax a baax.
Waaw jërëjëf. Inshallah docteur dina tontu laajte boobu noonu.
Docteur jërëjëf Souleymane jigéen moom boo xam ne takkuloo ko ak kum mën a doon jaxasoo ak moom dafa xaraam. ngeen am ci doom ngeen ñàkk am doom xaraam na góor ak jigéen tëdd di sëy te mayewuñ leen loolu dafa xaraam su ci doom juddu nag dafay gën a ñaaw doom bu judd ci lu yoon boobu ayib la boo xam ne dafay topp borom ba yowmal xiyaama moo tax ñi nga xam ne dañuy fo ba am doom door a takka dëgg la nga bàyyi fo bi dem takka génn ci caaxaan moo gën parce que tuub moom du mos a wéy doomu aadama tooñkat la waxtu bu nekk war na di jéggalu boromam tuub moom du mos a wéy te yàlla bur bëri yërmande la mun na am jamono boo tuubee mu jéggal la moo tax sax ci foo óorut nekk ci mu yàgg nga bàyyi ko dem tuub takk moo gën waaye nag li nga xam ne moom lislaam digle mooy jigéen balaa xam naka la góor mel góor balaa xam naka la jigéen mel nañ takkante waxuma la ba ci am doom waaw alam
ba ci am ñetti doom
waaw ba ci am ñetti doom bu loolu benn bi baaxul ñaareel ba baaxul ñetteel ba tamit baaxul waaw ak lu mun a xew daal di ci nekk ci lu bon ba mu yàgg nga génn ci moo gën nga continuer ci su continuer ci lu bon óorut
Oustaz, we take this question. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, we're not getting you clearly.
Hello.
Bismillah. Wa alaikum salam. Rahmatullah. Aha.
Hello.
Abu Kassan ya bake. Ah. Line ka break le.
Ebe montole.
Eka kumandro ke mundol teng. Doctor will have to.
Yes.
Yes. Choosing the partner.
Choosing the partner. Sometimes somebody would go in for beauty. That's the physical appearance. Beauty and the physical composition. Looks, outlook, or the appearance. Sometimes somebody would go into the background, the family background. Sometimes somebody would look for the social wealth, the rich one. Like somebody will tell you, I want a rich woman,
yes,
so that I can enjoy myself very well. Sometimes somebody would go for the morally upright one, the spiritual aspect.
The
religious one. Prophet Muhammad said, all these qualities are taken into account before or when you choose your partner. But he said you better focus on the last one. That's the religious aspect. Because if you get the religious aspect, that means that you have gotten the most important part of it. Or you have addressed the most important part of it, that is the moral aspect. And then now you have got it one, and others can come. Because you see, nobody is ugly or nobody is beautiful. No woman is beautiful and no woman is ugly. If the woman is well taken care of, she become, you know, at least apparently okay. And then because also the wealth can come later. And even if the family background is not that reputable, but because he's a very good person, morally upright and sound, it is what people do, you know, that lift the name of the images of their families. Yeah. You understand? So because of the good qualities, the good characters of her, eventually the family lineage or the family background will become like any other family background. So that is why if you're choosing a partner, focus on the religious aspect.
Someone who is very religious.
Very religious, very pious. And when we say religious and pious, we are not only, you know, focusing on the again the material aspect of it, because in our modern time you have seen people who in their outlook they're okay. They put on the Islamic dress, but internally they are far from the reality.
Okay. We take this caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Bismillah.